They say that we're offending these people by criticizing them, but what about their offense to Prabhupada? Why should I, which one is the greatest offense? Me offending you or you offending Prabhupada, right? And us in the first place is not offensive. It's simply pointing out deviation. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yes, definitely. To not criticize is a great quality. We should not find fault in others. We should try to find fault in ourselves. First of all, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said also, do not creep in the frailties of others. Look into your own heart. Do you see greed in your heart? Do you see lust? Do you see anger? Envy? So it's a fact that we should first of all look into our own heart instead of trying to point fingers. Criticism is never encouraged. Definitely not. Now, there's a big difference between criticizing and pointing out deviation. So you see, just like the Iskcon gurus, right? They did some good service in the past also. When Prabhupada was there, they have helped Prabhupada push the movement. It's a fact. So that is there. We cannot criticize them for this. This spiritual merit that they got, it will always be there for them, because you cannot lose. Whatever positive thing you have done for Krishna is always with you. Now, we cannot use this to support current deviations. That is the problem here. They will speak like this, that this devotee has done so much, this devotee, okay, that's all right. Now, has the problem been fixed? If the problem is actually fixed and I keep criticizing, then I'm definitely wrong. But if the problem is not fixed, and you're saying, why are you criticizing? Because the problem is not fixed. And we are criticizing on the strength of Srila Prabhupada. We're not criticizing because we want to be better than others. No, Prabhupada is saying that there is a way to surrender to the Lord, and that is through the pure devotee. And that if you deviate from these instructions, you're fallen. One who disobeys the orders of the spiritual master is automatically fallen, Srila Prabhupada says. So actually it's not criticism. It is constructivism. We are trying to help them, to point out deviations in a system, for example, Iskcon, in a system that is completely bogus, even though you might say, but that devotee did so much for Prabhupada. Yes, that is very nice. But is he doing this now? We want to see what you're doing at the moment. Now, of course, to be humble and to say, I'm just a neophyte devotee, how can I criticize this? That is a very good attitude. That is very good to think like this. But at the same time, when a devotee, there are some do's and don'ts, right? So don't criticize others. But at the same time, if your spiritual master is being offended, you must speak out. And if you don't, then you are at wrong. That is also there in Shastra. If the Lord is being offended or the Lord's devotee is being offended and I remain silent, I become implicated. I'm tinged with sin. So even though devotees are humble by nature, sometimes they must show the teeth, Arjuna did not want to fight, but Krishna forced him to become violent. Yudhishthir Maharaj, he was so humble that actually at some point it was almost too much. He did not want to fight at all, Even at the very end, he was pushed basically by Krishna to fight. At times we have to do these things. So we have to be careful to distinguish between humility and cowardness. These two things are kind of similar. When one is too humble, he also becomes a coward. And Vaishnavism is not cowardism. We must sometimes fight. And that means we must confront others. Confronting others is never fun. Nobody wants to have an argument with someone. Of course, we would all much prefer chant Hare Krishna and everybody is just happy. Everyone is just fully in the same line. Everybody thinks the same way. Everybody puts Prabhupada in the center and life goes on beautifully. But that's just not the case. Some people are there to exploit others. Some people are there to hurt the devotees in the garb of devotees, dressing like devotees but acting like demons. So what should we do? Even though such a person might have done bad. You see, like Indra. Lord Indra is a devotee. There's no doubt about that. Now, does a devotee try to drown pure devotees? Did he act like a devotee when he was throwing, torrents of rain on Yashoda Mai? Nanda Maharaj? No, he was acting like a demon. So does that mean that I should say, no, 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 he's a devotee. Look, all the service he did for the Lord before. He's managing the whole water in the universe. It's so much service, there's so much pain to do this thing. He's doing great service before. So why should I criticize him? So in this way, the person will let Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mai, all the pure devotees of Vrindavan being offended by that person. So what about them? You see? So that's the thing that we're saying. They say that we're offending these people by criticizing them, but what about their offense to Prabhupada? Which one is the greatest offense? Me offending you or you offending Prabhupada, right? And us in the first place is not offensive. It's simply pointing out deviation, is defense. There's two things in fight. You offense and defense. If all of a sudden I come and I see one man punching another man, and I might be thinking, oh, he's offensive, he's attacking. But actually, I don't know the whole story. Maybe the other man punched that guy first without reason, and that man is actually just defending. So what we're doing is defending because the offense has already been done. They did the offense, and we're simply defending. So sometimes in defense means also it appears like offense, like that man who's simply defending himself by punching. So he appears to be attacking, but no, he's defending himself. So this is what we're doing. So our criticism is like this. It appears to be an offense, but actually it's a defense. And it has to be done carefully under the guidance of devotees who are capable of saying what is right, what is wrong, in accordance with Srila Prabhupada, Guru Sastra Sadhu, right? So, okay, I hope this is, of course, this topic, we could speak a whole class on this. There's so much intricacies about offense and ways to deal with offensive people, not associate with them, stay afar. Then what our mentality should be for them. Should we hate them? No, it's not that we should hate them. We should pray to the Lord to help these people. But at the same time, it's okay to have anger towards these people, even though they're devotees. Even though they're devotee, it's okay to manifest anger against them because they are ruining the movement. What the work that Prabhupada did, they're messing it up. So our anger should be towards them. But at the same time, are we going to be keeping that anger in the heart and just be angry every day? No, because after all, we're the one losing also. We have to take care of our own spiritual life first. And if I'm always angry, then I'm hurting myself. So that's why we have to balance, We should pray actually for these people that my Lord, bestow their mercy upon them. And sometimes mercy for them is death. That's a fact, because they're so offensive and they cannot get out of this offensive mentality that if they leave this body, it's good for them.